Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm a little nervous right now. I was just thinking I might be on TV, but in fact I'm not. I'm only on the video screen. But somebody like Mary might transfer me onto the big screen and then ask me to make my screen wider. Mary, is my screen wide enough? You think I'm a hockey player and you're in the grandstand saying, I want the puck? Well, you just got it. An amazing 333 people who are on this channel right now. A total of 99,960 views. A total of 3,940 something videos made, or 60 something videos made. 32 from 4,000, with over 2 to 400 videos that were not uploaded and videos that did not upload. Some that I canceled or didn't upload myself, and others that fell down in the system while I was doing. Another 100 that had squeaky voice. Or others that had no voice. But I hear yours every time you write me. Don't you worry. I am probably, for a very good chance, I wonder what the odds are, that I am probably one of the rarest accounts on YouTube. For the reason of that evaluation is A, I do more than 5-minute videos in 90% of my videos. B, I have done 4,000 of those videos. And I have an average of 25 views per video. I say, for the amount of videos I do, I have by far the least amount of volume and still moving on strong. Still feeling good about my product. Because my product, once you have it, no one can ever take it away. Once you capture and know the knowledge, you can always use it for yourself, and it's just not a thing of the past. It's something you take with you today, you take it to the bed, you sleep with it, you get up with it. It's your 24-hour knowledge from the soul right into the spirit. Knowing from what went where, how it came there, and how it's going from whence it came. How come I remember yesterday when I'm only learning new things tomorrow? How do the two match? To the left of me and to the right of me. To the left of me is one eye. To the right of me is one eye. But when I'm looking at you and you're looking at me, we're 2 on 2. And no one knows it better in between. If you don't think they made these symbols for their own value, well, I have something else to this. This is what I'm going to add on. Oh, excuse me. I'm not alone. Meet my friends. My 2 friends. Squeezing them tight. Oh, Mary Jane, don't leave. You're on both sides of me today. Don't leave me, Mary Jane. I feel you all over. The only thing that's behind me is I have to watch my own human back. But Mary Jane, she's there. I protect me, I protect her. If I show you the nose is this, 2 eyes, why does this one only go to 1 eye? Is it because the dots in the center, or the half moon, or how about 2 moons? How can it be 1 moon? Am I showing the other one upside down? This one is on the bottom of the round. This one is on the bottom of the round. But when I go over here, are you trying to show me 9 is below and 0 is above? I mean, that's what's on here. But if 9 is below and 0 is above, del is on that side. But if I flip it this way, okay, 9 is above and this is below. So del's on that side. So what am I going to say now? Now, this is my back and this is my front. I turn it this way, del's on this side, I turn it the other way. But I have to have it this way. Del's got to be in between. So both these brackets will have to be in between. This one's showing that way, this one's showing that way, showing you everything between the brackets is between 9 and 0. So we don't touch 9 and we don't touch 0. So we start at 1. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and we start at 3. It took 2 3s to start 1 3. The left side, the other side, and then hey, voila, a triangle. A triangle. This, if you ever see the G letter, how do you know it's not like this, the G? When you write it on a paper, just 2 lines, can you draw like this? No, they have to be even. So you're not getting the staircase. Don't forget, this thing has been made for many, many years and very few changes in 80 years. Everything else has been changed and off the wall, but this thing is all the same. Let your fingers do the walking. In the yellow pages or in the white pages, do you think the colors mean nothing? White is 65, creation 30, and 11, 41 plus 6 because of the 0 involved in the 6 by 5. White also has a T in it. 65 plus 6 is 71. Yellow has no T. It equals to 29, 2 by 9. The other one is 1 by 7. 18, 1 and 8 is 9. 17, 1 and 7 is 8. 8 and 9 go together. If this is separated, this is a balcony. A friend of mine has a balcony like this, but it was like this. In between here was a separation. So the question is this the nose of the eye, and this is the split over here, right? It's on each side, the split. I have to put it in the center because the air is coming out of here. And then it splits, and this is your mouth. One side of your mouth, the other side of the mouth. You put it together, and it makes a D. So then this becomes your face. Unless this is the nose in itself. Then this would be the eye, and this would be the eye. This would be the center of the black of the eye. Now this is still the center of the black of the eye. This is showing the 2 sides divided by 1 bar. This can be a head, 2 arms, 2 legs. This can be the head. Put it up here. 2 arms, 2 legs coming to serve each other. Upside down, it can say 5, 1, 5, 6, and 4. The coming of Zion Israel, how they bridge things together. The balcony on my friend's building is this design. Then it's got this and it's got this. This is not the floor. This sits on a piece of metal over here, and this stabilizers sit on the floor. So see the many levels. In the reality, the distance is from here to here. Only this will sit on the floor. This will be raised up here. Everything is in coordinates. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's not break the chain. I am going to reestablish the truth to the number system. The reason I use numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I use a dice cube to figure it out. The reality is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 and 1 come together. Then we start at 7. We go to 8 and 9. 9 and 4 come together. 1.25. This to here, 1.25. Or this to here, 1.25 here to here, here to here, 1.50. What's the question in the multiplication and the distance to arrive from here to here? Right now we're not going to talk about it. Okay? Don't forget, when you're going from here to here, do you want to know what it is? It's 1, 2 areas, 1, 2 areas, and then over 1, 2, 3. When you're going from here, you're going 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 straight up over here. When you're doing this area here, you're not doing 1, 2, 3. Here you're going from here, this dot over here. In this area, you're not doing that 1, 2, 3. It's 1, 2, 3 over, and it's 1, 2, 3 up. This one is 1, 2, 3 up, and 2 over. This is 3 and 3 over. This is 2 and 2 over. This becomes 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, because you have to go into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, if you have to do the whole thing. 4 by 2 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one ends up getting 16. But this one does not. Because 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2 over. This is 1, 2, 3 over, and 1, 2, 3 up. So this would be 9. This would be 6, 9 and 6 right over here, the amount of squares. I'm trying to figure that out. Over here, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Over here, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you see 6 was beside it here, and 6 is beside it here. 5 is in the same place. 8 is a 4. 8 is a 4 here, then 8 is a 4 here. So now pick any one of them. Did you see what I did to this one? I started in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seventh gate. 7, 8, 9, because it gets split at the 7th gate. You want to say 1962? You say it right here. 1 and 9, low shoe. 2 and 6 in numbers. 2 and 6 in numbers is right over here, but this is how the numbers connect together. You only can do 2 at a time. We're looking for a line. We're looking for a line. We want to do Morse code. We want to understand the kitty cat and how the information of the lightning, light 10, move 9. Light 10, move 9, but it's not 9, it's 1. Move 1 over into 8. When 1 gets into 8, it's 9 because it's the last one in. We've got to get spirit speaking. High blood pressure, low blood pressure. Ooh, it's going into the universe. But what is the universe? It can't go into the big universe because that's way too big. In the other universe, in the extended universe, do you really know the size of the universe? The size of a universe should be what will never interrupt your universe from working. But since we're all gears together, all the universes will. Well, which one is in the next gear? The gear that, like, if it's going to happen, you'll never know. Because we never know. Oh, look, overnight the whole world blew up, but you'll never know. How do you know it didn't blow up last night and you didn't come back again? At what point during your sleep you were incoherent? Boom, something happened in your sleep. Oh, I'm in a new world. Oh, he looks different today. But everybody else looks the same. Have you ever really looked at anybody? So here's my split numbers. Now, we're going to use this one for now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The letter G. So this is the letter G. On the dice cube, 1 and 6 go together. That's your natural 7. 2 and 5 go together. Look what happened to 2. It went into Mars. Went into Mars and is Venus in Mars, in which you now have Jupiter in Pluto. If this was low shoe, Jupiter would be inside Saturn. This pattern of the G puts Jupiter in Saturn. 3 and 4 takes Mars and puts Mars into Neptune. But it's Earth, Mars, DC. Neptune is Mars, Neptune and Mars. And over here is Uranus and Earth. 3 and 7, 4 and 8. This is what's happening right now. So now we want 13. Well, 9 and 4 is 13. 4 and 3 is 7. 7, 13 right here. One number over here. These 3 here. Now we have 8 and 2 is 10. 8 minus 1 is 7. 128 is the cycle of the moon, 1/2 of the moon. Now what happens here is 8 connects to 9. 18 is Venus. 12 is A and B. This is part of Venus and Mars and Mercury together, and Mars, because in low shoe, Mars starts from here. Mars, Earth, Neptune is the first 3. Then the next one is Pluto, Jupiter, Mercury. Look where Mercury is. Mercury was with Mars more than one time. Mars is over here inside a low shoe. This over here, what is usually Earth, turns to Venus. And now in Earth, Venus, you're now playing Uranus, which is perfect. Because Earth 3 and Venus 2 are the same cube. Except in number 3, 1 plays the one Mercury, because 1 has to go inside 2. Doesn't stay there. There's a spot here that empties. Another one doubles, becomes 1 more. You always have to come back to the beginning, because it took the beginning. Everything takes the beginning to come back to the beginning, so the beginning and the end tied together, making the complete you. Over here, 1 and 6. Let's see where we get all our 6s. 8 and 7 is 15 equals 6. 7 and 8 equals 6. 7 and 9 equals 16. 1 and 6 equals 7. 6, 7, 6. 5 and 1 equals 6. 4 and 2 equals 6. Separated, separated, separated. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 equals 7. 6, 6, 7, 7. 16 is 6. 16 is 6 and 16 is 6. We have Earth and Jupiter. Earth and Saturn. Earth, Saturn. In reality, we have Mars, Jupiter. So it's an exact exchange, 1 month for 2 months. The cutting up of things, you cut it in half, you have 2 sides. You have 1 cut, you get 2 pieces. You've got 1 cut, you put 2 pieces. When you put this full cut over each other, you get 4 pieces. In the reality, it's only 3 cuts. Once you cut all the way through here, you can no longer have these 2 together to have a single cut. You now need 2 cuts. So 1 makes 2. That's 1.5 times. That's the only time, okay, the reality happens. Unless you're taking, you see this, don't forget, this is 2 sides. When we're looking into this world, everything is flat. You're standing on a flat street. You're standing on everything that's flat. So the half world is flat. The whole world becomes duplicated and round. So you're standing on here, the building is sitting on here, unless you see 2 round parts. Nothing is a hole, because a hole is a circle. 3 cuts. 2 sides, a cut off here and a cut off there. 2 cuts. 1 cut off here, 1 cut off here. 4 cuts, equaling to 5 pieces. The 5th piece will be the longest piece. The same thing on this next piece. What was 2 long pieces is now all the same. What is this over here? This is this over here. Instead of the rounds over here, what I did is I put this. I'm going to draw this for you and then explain what it is. Let me explain what it is. This 1, 2. Excuse me. Wow. That's 1, 2. This one is 1 and then 1. It's 2. And I went 1, 2. And I went 1, 2. Then this one here is 1, 2. I'm just going to do them really quick. Whoop. This one is 1, 2. And this one is 1, 2. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the in-betweens. They're all 2 by 2s. This is the only way to draw this design. They're all 2 by 2s. Now what I did in the rest of this is I met everything in the center. All I did is drag from the corners. All I went is to the corners. So I get the proper distance of the shape. So no matter what I do, once I connect up here and down here, and they're not straight. These 2 are not straight. So if they're not straight, they must be 2 complete separate designs. If this is not straight, because you see this corner, the center of the wheel, nothing hooks to the center of the wheel unless they're not connected together. And they move and they open. These all bend in. If you put something down here, these all bend in. If you notice, I only made 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I only made 1, 2, 3, 4. But with the 4 holes, I get an in-between. With this area here, I get an in-between here, an in-between here, and an in-between here. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 4 are their own, M and M, M and M. Why? Because that's the star. It's the completion of the star. I don't need to do it over here because I'm already getting a corner here. And this is the way and the only way you can actually create a star, knowing that all these pieces can move. Now, when you look and you want to see the size of these pieces, right, these can be coordinate space. See the way it's cut off here and cut off here, cut off here? Now, if it's coordinate space, all it is a red eye that looks inside, and it can read through every single one of these doors which square you broke off. See, there's only 1 whole square in the total. 1 here and 1 here. There is no other. So the question is, now they bring the next lines, which is the continuous this way. Now you've covered everything. No matter which one you carry, okay, you'll break a little bit of piece and things will be written. Anyways, skip off to that. 1, 2, look at the M. Everybody can turn into an M. This is a corner M, the size of it. This takes up 2 squares. This takes up a half a square on the outside, a half a square on the outside, and a full square on the inside. Let me explain to you what a full square does. A full square does this. The half square, what happens, okay, when this is a half square, it's because when I come to the edge, if I would make something at the edge, if I make something at the edge like this, you'll see all these X's. But the minute it comes to the ends, you'll just see lines that look like V's. So all the V's are on the sides. All the V's become, see all these V's? Okay, not these. All these V's fall off the paper onto the outside. This is a corner of your box. So what happens over here is how do we connect? How do we connect any of these? How do we connect any of these? So we make continuations. We make continuations. And once we finish the continuation, what I want to explain with this one, so let me see how I can do this with you. Now what I want to do with this one is you're going to see at the end, okay, I came to the end. Now I'm going to darken them in. I'm going to darken them in just so we can all see which one it is. I didn't put this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, now you see what I did here? Now the question is, look at this. This is open. This is open. Now why are all these open? Because if this was turning, either we have to put a chain here or we have to leave it open. It's because this one won't be able to turn the corner. Then we'll have to extend the chain. We have to extend the chain. We have to extend the chain. 1, 2. Here, oh, I forgot to do this one. So we have this area space here. I'm going to show you the area space that we have. So maybe it'll be a little bit easier to see everything that's going on. Not only that, don't forget I've never done this before, so I don't know the end result. I'm just going to be just as surprised as you. Okay. Now the thing about this over here, okay, is if you take a look, there's an X here, 911. There's an X here, 911. But this and this is not the same thing. This is showing 10,000 and 10,000. We have to put this here because the bottom always gets a flat, or the separation between two. So now the question comes, I'm going to ask myself a question. When you get to the bottom of the X, that is not the end of the page. That is the continuation. The V is at the end of the page, so I take this as a V, and I take this as not the end of the page. What do I do? What is my question? What we do see over here, now I have to understand, is when I do this, okay, inside of this becomes a number what? Inside of this is an A. And then what's inside of this is a 4. We're getting A's and 4's in all the corners. Now this star will now create whatever it is, 911, 911, 911. What is this corner over here? Here's the X, here's the M, here's the X. It also creates the number 7 on the corner. So all these come together so we understand what happened. What built. At the same time, you see we have 1, 2, 3 areas, but we don't have this area over here. We go 1, 2, 1, 2. I think this has to stop over here. I think this stops here. I think it's over here. You know what I'm saying by over? I mean the design is ended. So I want to end the design so we can get a better vision. I want to let you go on this because if you're interested to stay, I'm interested to do it. I'm interested to do it because I have to do it anyways. If I'm going to do it, if I'm going to do it, I may as well, share it and do it. Why should I not share it? This is what I want to do. I like to do and share. It's more fun to do and share. This is what I want. Something you can't lose. Let's not lose it. Let's bring everything into living color, right? Living color. A peacock. A peacock. A peacock. A peacock. Anybody want a peacock? Anybody want a peacock? Peacock. You know what that is? Peacock says rooster. Small rooster. O rooster. P and O. O brings in the W sound equaling to U. So everything is doubled. This is for the light. 16 becomes 32. The light in the doorway. You know why the light in the doorway? Because 16 is the light come in or the spirit. And when you make 32, right, that's the door. BC, 2 times 3, 2 plus 3. It's Aleph. It's the door. It's opening the door. 16 is the light. And 16 and 16 is the door opening up and the light coming in. This is what we have over here. Should I do it in pink or should I do it in blue? And that'll really stop everything from moving, right? Is that what's going to happen? I'll stop everything from moving if I move it into blue. Now you don't see the floor anymore. See, with a small line, you've seen a division. You put a small line on the floor, are you seeing a division or are you seeing the floor? If you're seeing the floor, this thing stops. But if this doesn't stop, right, would it not be the V that turns the corner? Is it the X that gets to turn the corner or the V? Well, take a look over here. Over here, it's a V that turns the corner. Over here, you see the way the V turns the corner? If you still have the X is on both sides. Now we have the X that's in the center. It's showing still the V, but this V is showing two sides. So is this the X10? And this X is the real X, and this is V over V, is the question? Or is this 2 times X and 1 times X? I'm asking myself that question. So if we have the V on the corner over here, that's 5, and that's 24, and that's 5, and that's 24, and that's 5, and that's 24. So what I'm actually saying is Grover Cleveland, the 22nd and the 24th president, was a skipping over going to jail. 22, go to jail, Grover Cleveland. 24, Barack Obama, B&O Rail, and short line. 24, 22, 24. Short line, go reading. Reading, visiting jail, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania free parking. Pennsylvania free parking, Barack Obama. So what was the end zone to this? The end zone to this was you have a left eye and you have a right eye. And in between you're split. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Well, actually, I can just take this and put it over here. And take this and put it over here. And then say you have left top here and top here. And then you have here and bottom here and bottom here. The thing is, this one is in between. Cat's in between, separating. You have 1, 2, 3. You have 1, 2, 3. Lost and lost. Incoming and outgoing spirit. Incoming and outgoing blood pressure. And then you have these 3 directions. Northwest, west, and southwest. Northeast, east, and southeast. You do not have north or south. Does not exist. So in our 360 degrees, north and south does not exist. We go around the north and south. So we get 6 of 8. Pow. Peacock. Pow. Another thing I wanted to bring up was tic-tac-toe, or a formation of usage of letters. Tic-tac-toe. Now we take this tick and we move it back 1 letter. We start at number 9. T-I-C, tac-toe. Now we start at number 8. Now we start at number 7. Then we bring tic-tac-toe all the way backwards. Not only that, for these, but you see this? What? This is in the 1 position. This is in the 1 position, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Look, 1 position. The 1 position, the 1 position. Oh, you want it this way? That's in the 1 position. That's how it has to be done. It has to be done in all realities, because who says which paper is straight? Okay, for all you know, it's this way. We don't know which way it goes. We don't know the circumstances. You weren't there. You weren't there, you don't know. Oh, you're going to take a hypothetical guess and be maybe 100% right, or maybe almost 100% right. You know, sometimes 99% is not good enough. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Look, Ma, I've got 2. Thank you for watching.